That's what I'm
Hey guys,
saying.
yes, this actually happened to us on the way to Lake Conroe. This is why you need an emergency fund. Nancy and I appreciate all of your concern. We are okay. Please stay tuned to the end to find out what the heck happened. Hi, I'm Bill.
I'm Nancy.
And we are the Thin Blue Lake.
So here we are again, Osito.
Yes, we are. Going to our fourth campground.
Moving day, as you can see. It went all right. We did stop at a border patrol checkpoint,
Film at 11.
which was pretty quick. I was surprised. Beautiful dog they had out there. Now he's on the road again. Anything you'd like to add?
We started in Conroe, went to Lake Medina, went to the Mexican border. Now we're going back to Conroe. We were at Tropic Winds RV Park. We did something different at breakdown this time. We actually did a lot of our breakdown the night before. Per some recommendations of fellow YouTubers, we were able to disconnect the water and sewer the night before, take our showers before doing that, of course, so that everything was dry. That was kind of nice. All I had to do this morning was get up, bring the slide outs in, hook up the truck and unplug the, she was looking at her phone.
Of course she is.
She's coming on an on-ramp looking like this into her phone. If I hadn't moved over, it would have been a problem. So we had everything mostly ready to go, and it still took us an hour and a half to get out of the house. One day we'll get it down to a science, but some of it was, some of the underpinning had come loose again, and Nancy crawled under there and stapled it shut. That took a little bit of extra time.
Might as well do it right. Damn.
Wow.
Okay, we're gonna have to go. This is getting too shaky now. So this happened. Yep. This thing came loose, and as we was driving on the side of the highway, ripped off. Some more adventures here at the Thin Blue Lake. Never a dull moment. So we were driving on our way to Conroe. Oh snap, we need to stop. Shit, it's falling apart.
I was afraid that last piece would come loose.
Yep, it is now.
Can't stop here though. Maybe we can.
We're gonna have to. And more problems. After 9 phone calls, we finally found somebody to help us tag this thing down. That's what's going on right there. We are trying to get to a repair shop where they can tack that down. But like Bill was saying, if this is the worst that, you know, can happen on a trip with your RV, I guess we're doing pretty good. We're just hoping the rest of the trip it doesn't tear up the RV too much, and trying to make it to the repair shop.
Terrible.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, it's falling apart. Let me go grab my camera.
Yeah, right. Oh my gosh.
So guys, we are going 45 miles an hour. There's my speedometer. And there's the damage in the rear view mirror that you can clearly see flapping in the wind back there. We've already peeled off what we could and put inside the RV. Probably about 12 to 15 feet of fascia is inside the RV. Stretching from the front door, stretching from the front door all the way into the bedroom and onto the bed. And this piece,
You need to picture this siding, right? I mean, it's not like it's exposed insulation or anything.
No, just the siding.
yeah, it's just siding. All it's exposed is the hydraulics that run the motors to bring in the slide out. That's the only thing that's exposed.
Right.
Now, if this piece that we have right here blows off, it's gonna bend the actual metal on the side of the house. So we're trying not to crease that, and we're trying to get where we're going. Here's our exit right here. We're trying to get there at about 45 miles an hour because we don't want to put any further stress.
We're turning off of A181 onto 35 right now.
35 north, 361 south exit. Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so that means you're in Gregory.
And that is Bob from BluWave Odyssey on the speakerphone that you guys are listening to.
He's providing us with moral support, you guys.
Yes. See, he's more than just our internet guru. He is our moral support.
All right. Yeah, this is interesting. Wow, what a drama.
I know, right?
I was just on the phone here with Mark with Art of RVing, and then with William with CamperLIfe. I was just on the phone with them just minutes before you guys called.
Cool people.
Yeah, we're an awesome little community. I never expected to experience a community when I got into this. I kind of expected.
You know what? I really didn't either, and it just happened, and it works out so cool. I really love it how this community comes together and everyone's there for each other.
We'll send you a couple pictures when we get the chance. You'll see it looks a lot worse than it actually is, but
it could be bad if the damage runs up the side of the house. It will damage the actual physical part of the house that we can't just remove.
The structure.
Yeah.
So we're still keep on trucking, hoping for that thing to hold on just a little bit longer and it doesn't go up any further. At least it's daytime and we're close to a town and we have an emergency fund, so it's just a matter of assess, adapt, and overcome.
Yep. I would get off the highway if I could.
Well, we'll just have to go slow. I must say it was a little scary when I first saw it and that whole thing was...
Yeah, it was worse than I thought. When you said it's coming apart, I thought you were exaggerating.
No, it started with a little bit that it was rattling, but...
The thing is that piece right there is independent from the piece that came off in the back.
Yes.
They both decided to go at the same time.
So anyway, we thought it was holding, you guys, and then a lady was flagging us down until I looked out the window and sure enough it was falling apart. You guys did see how it ended up, and
I filmed it.
now to make matters worse, I just showed you guys the side of our rig that's still kind of flying around. So we have our hazards on and we're trying to make it out there.
In 1 mile, take the exit on the right to Texas 89, then take the second right.
It's quite a ways out of our way. We're currently going 41 miles an hour on a superhighway.
So what do you do when you have roadside issues? Assess, adapt, and
overcome.
Take the
That's
exit
right.
on the right to Texas 89, then take the second right.
take you a few minutes to do exactly that. Assess your situation, see what's going on, what it is that you need to do, overcome what it is that you need to do it with, and keep on trucking. I was doing this vlog just to give you guys a regular everyday behind the scenes, behind the episodes of the Thin Blue Lane on moving day. And now look what happened. It has turned into an adventure.
She started off to record the damage that we took care of, and as she was recording that, the damage got worse.
Continue on Texas 89.
So we have done what we can, we peeled off what we could, and now we're going to a repair center that is at least 30 minutes out of our way, but at least it's available.
What should I right here. Click, 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 click.
Oh,
Our
that's
flashers.
That's our hazards.
We're going 45 in a 70, so we're using our hazards.
Oh, and Bob, you're being recorded for the video, so say hello to the viewers.
Yeah, Bob with BluWave is on the phone with us while we're going through this. So say hi to Bob at BluWave and vice versa.
Hello, everybody.
You know what it says? Camper Clinic Super RV, risk of grounding. I've never seen that come up on my GPS before. My GPS warned me that there's a road coming up that we would possibly not be able to navigate. I love this GPS. Huge giant.
Oh, those things are badass, aren't they? Those
Yeah.
power.
Yeah, well
Those are for electricity.
well the wind that powers those is the same thing that tore off our fascia. It is really windy out here, really windy.
Oh, it's really bright out here now. I'm so glad we found someone to help us.
Yeah, it was
right.
40 minutes out of the way, but to have our equipment work perfectly and be slowed down by this is at most an inconvenience. If I could have, I would have just torn the fascia off, but it's actually, the front fascia is actually mounted to the frame, and it has actually pulled a section of the metal loose when it came loose.
Oh, that sucks. What a drag, yeah.
Yep.
So what are you doing today besides listening to our drama?
I'm working as we speak.
Oh, snap. So we interrupted a working man.
No. I've got it good. I get to sit here and work on my computer.
Oh, happy.
Turn it up a little bit.
One of the places we left a message for us called us back from Happy Trails RV, letting us know that to call them back about our dilemma. We've already found a place, so we're already going there. So one of the 9 people we've called has called us back.
Yeah, at least one of them called me back, right? Some people just like that. I mean, customer service today blows my mind.
I agree.
It's amazing, you know. Geez.
There's Enchanted Oaks.
That's the worst thing in these road construction, man. If I didn't see any of that, I'd be okay. I hate road construction when I'm traveling.
I'm slowing down to 40. Slow down, we're doing more damage to the house than the house is tearing.
Oh, man.
And as we were driving, of course, the windier that it got, and everything started right there. See what I mean? We're going to the drop-off point.
Yeah, right around the corner.
We don't know how long it's gonna be until they can fix our RV. Any words you would like to say to our viewers?
I'm actually speechless for once.
Wow, did y'all see that? He's speechless for once.
This is all from wind.
We made it to the repair shop. Now, I guess we're gonna have to wait and see how long it's gonna take them to fix it and how much it's gonna be. And another delay. Keep watching. It's a tight pull, isn't it?
I don't think insurance company would cover something like that, but wouldn't hurt to ask. this is going to save us from having to take it to get fixed, because that's what would have been next. We would have got to our campground, either had someone come out and charge us an exorbitant amount of money to come on scene.
We went to go eat. We're back now, and we're still sitting outside of Camper Clinic. Said that this place is really good. Tell our viewers about this place.
Camper Clinic RV Center. And as soon as I described the problem to him, she said, yes, we can fix it. You knew exactly what it was, and I asked you and you said yes. She said that she would appreciate if we go on their YouTube page and give a good review. And I said, we also have their Facebook page. And I said, we also have a YouTube page, and we'll talk about you on that too. Girl behind the counter said it was going to be 5 or 6 or 7 hours of labor at $150 something an hour. The manager said, no, they just want their own stuff tacked back on. And she said that could be an hour and a half. And she goes, she's the boss. So we're getting all of this done. I had them replace our anode rod, because I think in another video I told y'all that our anode rod hasn't been replaced in 3 years. I don't even want to know what it looked like. And now I don't have to know, because they're going to replace that for me. Of course, they're probably going to come back and say, your water heater is effed. You're going to need a new one. But it's been heating just fine. It's water, it's gas and electric, so it's not going to be cheap. I won't make that mistake again. We will be replacing the anode rod every year from now on. They're going to take care of all of this for under $300. I was very pleased. Took my wife to lunch. They also recommended this Mexican restaurant. It was called La Casada or something like that. I can't remember.
I also took a video.
But we are very tired. I would love to have a shower. Took one last night before we went to bed, but I unplugged all the water and sewer and everything last night, so we'd be ready to go this morning. I wanted to get to the 1,000 Trails in Conroe by 12 or 1 o'clock.
I woke up at 3:30 to make coffee.
I got up at 4 a.m. We wanted to be ready. We wanted to get in, because Conroe right now is spring break time. And while we do have a reserved spot, we do not have a reserved designated spot. So we get there late, we're going to get whatever's left. And since it's totally booked right now, other people in other campgrounds have told us they can't even get into Conroe. And that tells me when we get there, we're going to get whatever's left. But the good news is,
Conroe doesn't have any bad spots.
That's
there.
true.
I know. We'll see. Once we get there, we'll find out.
You know, you've seen some places that Nancy and I have backed our rig into. With her help, I think I could back into anything.
Now, one by the lake would be nice, even if back in. But I'm sure for us showing up late on spring break, it's gonna be a fat chance for us to be able to get a lakefront spot.
Now, the advantage to it being spring break is we get to see Katie, her daughter. She'll be coming to visit with us. Plus, her mom lives near there, so we will have a lot of good family time before we go off to Florida for 2 to 3 months at least. Right now, I've got reservations down there for a 14 day, a 21 day, a 14 day, a 21 day. So that's quite a bit of time we're going to spend in Florida. As long as we're in 1,000 Trails, we're happy. I don't know what time we're going to get to 1,000 Trails tonight. It is 1:29 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're supposed to already be there right now.
An hour ago.
In the 1,000 Trails, you get a spot held for you, but not a specific spot. So, if you show up at 12, checkout time is 12. So people will be leaving as you're coming in. You can just grab up the spots that are vacating. Well, everybody else knows this too. So by now, I'm sure all the prime spots are gone. But like she said, there's no real bad spots in Conroe. So I'm not really worried about it. I'm retired. I'm not going to worry about stuff like this. I'm very pleased that this problem got fixed here so cheaply, and that we were close enough to be able to get here. We talked to Bob at BluWave about our situation. He goes, make sure you take lots of video.
So here we are.
Yeah, we're taking lots of video.
But since this happened to us, that's to remind you guys to make sure that you have an emergency fund, because if this happens to you, if you have the funds, it's no longer an emergency. Is it cumbersome? Yes. Do you have to make lots of phone calls? Yes. Do you have to call 9 places before somebody can help you? Yes. But at least you can get it fixed. You can get back on the road and you can get back to RV living. Do you agree?
I do. As far as I'm concerned, this is a very expensive lunch stop.
Yeah.
Thank God everything worked out.
Right.
I got up one point to 55 and I could just see the house tearing. It was just metal was tearing, and
it was gut wrenching. I mean, you can see it out of the rear view mirror, and then you can see like the side of your house, you know, the lining just starting to peel off. So thank you for sticking with us, guys. We don't know what's gonna happen later.
We'll keep you posted. They also replaced the anode rod for us. Okay, she is going to climb up in here and hook up. Let's make sure it's engaged too while you're there.
It is engaged. We are finally on the road again, you guys. Oh my God, will you help me out with the brake, please, sir? There we go. You can still see part of the damage where it broke, and it's a little bit, but we were able to get back on the road. What you doing?
I'm going to do a brake test.
Hold that for a second.
Hello guys, I remember you. Do you remember me? It's time to get rolling again. It is time.
So hours later, we are back on the road.
4 hours later.
4 hours later to get to Conroe.
The house is following us. That's always a good sign.
Yes, we got the house back, so we are making progress.
Is your seatbelt on, officer?
My seatbelt is on, sir. All right, guys. See you soon.
Hello, Thin Blue Laners. We love every one of you. I hope you know that. If you liked what you saw, please watch more videos right down here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, click this button right down here. And if you have any comments or concerns or criticisms or things you'd like to see or questions, anything like that, put them down here in the comments section, please.